Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at another mini expansion for Marvel Legendary Black Panther. Black Panther, well, the movie's very popular. Black Panther, the movies are popular. Black Panther's in there. So we're going to take a look at the 5 heroes that come in this set, the villains and the masterminds. Not a ton of stuff that comes in here. Let's take a look. All right, let's take a look at the heroes first. We have Black Panther. Now, the coolest thing about Black Panther is this. He's 2 different cards at the top. That's a big deal, and I really like that. He also has ambush. Well, what does ambush mean? So, ambush means if during your turn, somebody comes out into the hero's row with that symbol, then you rescue a bystander in this case. So that's kind of an interesting thing to have. I really like them, but it means you need to buy stuff to get your ambush things or have some other way to get stuff from the middle. He also has the Throne's Favor. So the Throne's Favor is any item you have laying around. Here we have a knife, but that's probably not the best one. I kind of wish they had a Throne's Favor token included in a box. They went out of their way to say they didn't want it. It's not a card, so anything that affects cards doesn't affect it, but they could have made it a token. But as it is, just grab something, a shoelace, a coin, whatever it might be. So he can get the Throne's Favor, but if he already has it, spend it to get an extra 2 money. Same thing here, to get an extra 2 attack. Same thing here, if you already have it, you can look at the top card of your deck, draw it or KO it. And his big one here, if he already has the Throne's Favor, he can spend it to get +1 money and +1 for each hero class you have, which is pretty awesome. Black Panther is one of my favorite characters in this game at this point because the dual abilities, the ambushes, which are fun, and then the Throne's Favor, it's a good combo all around. Then we have his sister here. She also has ambush, but she also has empowered. So the way empowered works is you're basically working off the hero row. So you'll look at the hero row. So for each hero in your headquarters, you'll get +1 that has that symbol. So if you're playing and there's a lot of these symbols, you draw a card here. And you get empowered. This is +1 attack. Sorry, if one of these comes out, you draw a card, but this is +1 attack for each one of those in the row in the middle. Here you're empowered by the color of your choice, and you get money instead of attack. Here you can put a card from your headquarters in the bottom of the deck, and then you get empowered by the color of your choice. These are pretty powerful things that you can do an attack with. Here, every card entering headquarters also has ambush. If you have any cards that share the color with this, you get +2. That's kind of fun to pull this one off. We have Black Panther's sister. Now we have Black Panther's wife, Storm, who can move someone, and she also has empowered, ambush, and empowered. She can also wound villains, so you can now put wounds on villains. When you put a wound on a villain, they're basically -1 to their attack. And she also can get the Throne's Favor. Here, if she has a Throne's Favor, she can spend it to get empowered by 2 different colors. All right, Okoye here has ambush. You can notice there's a lot of things here where she also can get wounds. When someone gets a wound, she can reveal this card, return the wound to the wound stack, draw a card, and wound a villain. What a great card. But it has to work that someone else is giving wounds. But there's a lot of bad guys who do so. Here you can KO a hero or wound from your hand or discard pile to get +2. So it's 6. That's interesting enough. But I don't know. She's cool. That's a cool picture. But all right, White Wolf, also ambush. They can wound a mastermind. Now, that will only stay on until you actually take out the mastermind, but wounding the mastermind is a huge deal. Wound a villain, KO your own cards, wound each villain and the mastermind. What a great one to start with. Speaking of masterminds, let's take a look. We have Killmonger here. When Killmonger has more than 0, you cannot fight him. So how does this work? So you need to spend attack equal to his thing to wound him. So then you put a wound on him. Now he's down to 4. And you put another wound on him. And now he's down to 3. And you get +1 money every time you do that. But wow, it's an exhausting thing to fight Killmonger. So then Killmonger comes with the Killmonger's League. So they also have different kinds of ambush here, which gets rid of wounds. A villain from your victory pile enters the city. Wound that villain. That's not particularly fun. Then we have Claw. Claw has empowered too, but he's double empowered by the color of his sonic frequency. So you're going to take a card from the hero deck, put it next to here, and it's the sonic frequency. So he is kind of random. He's going to be changing based on sonic frequency. His cards will change it out too. He leads the enemies of Wakanda, which are also empowered. Empowered's not so fun when the villains have it, huh? A bunch of different ones. That guy has a freaky thing. And then a bunch of schemes here. I like this one here with the vibranium here, where you're smuggling vibranium. But and here's a Throne's Favor. So these add, like, if you're like, oh, I want to play a Throne's Favor, it's a way to throw them in the game. But, like, there's so many schemes now. These are not why you would buy this expansion. Black Panther is easily one of the best characters in the game. I mean, Black Panther is just awesome. The ambush, the Throne's Favor, and the dual icons at the top, great all around. I mean, I could see Black Panther going into my top 10 characters of all time. Shuri and Storm are good. White Wolf, fine, you know. But I like the different characters in this set. I like the abilities that are here. This is a 7 out of 10 for me. The villains are okay. The schemes, yeah, whatever. I don't care about the schemes. But they do add some flavor. And if you're looking to play a Wakanda set, this is going to fit together very nicely. So, really cool. You know what? I'm changing it to 7.5 because that's how awesome Black Panther is. Let's make it an 8. Black Panther is really cool in this game and in the comics and everywhere. Anyway, I'm Tom Vasel. That's Marvel Legendary Black Panther. I'll see you next time.